And we're going to take questions about Precal A mini review. So who sees something on there that you have a question about? Question. Look at the mini review. What could you not do right now at this moment in time? Well, I certainly hope you can do it all, but I don't know. Emily Kleiman. I'm looking at mini review. Pick a problem on there that you can't do right now at this moment. Nope, number which one? 4. Find the vertex. Now, first of all, we should all recognize that this guy is a parabola. Because x squareds, think BFF, x squareds are parabolas, right? What's the shortest, fastest way to finding the vertex?
Negative b over 2a.
X equals negative b over 2a. So for our problem, that will be negative 9.
That's not,
This isn't a problem.
that's number 3.
Oh, which one? I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry. So this is minus.
Number 4.
Oh, this is actually going to be easier. So negative b would be 6 over 2a. So x turns out to be 1. Is that right? Now, is that the vertex? Is that the answer to the question? No, the vertex is a point. That's the x coordinate of the point. How do we find the y coordinate?
Plug x in.
Plug x in. So we have 3 minus 6 plus 1 is negative 2. That's it. Oh, by the way, a couple of you might be interested to know that if you pass the semester exam, you pass the class. So unless you have an incomplete, which you got to get made up, if you're sitting with an F right now and you'd like to pass so you don't have to go to summer school, that seems like a good incentive. Study for the exam.
What if you have a D What if you have a B in the class and you fail the mark? This 4.
Got it, Emily? Okay. So, let's see, Marin, find me a problem. There's 15 of them. We've just done one. Of the remaining 14, what question do you have? Quickly pick one, Marin. You got hands up all over the place. So ready? Which one? 12? Now 12 has a star next to it. That means it's a calculator problem. That's the secret code. So we're going to need a calculator to do number 12. I also need a formula. What formula will be number 12?
8-herd.
That's right. So I want 123 of them, so I'm starting with 123. Going to become 567, and the growth constant is 0.112, and I want to know how long it's going to take. Now notice that when I put my growth constant, whether it's an interest rate or a decay rate or whatever it is, when I put it into my equation, I put it in as a decimal, not as a percent. All right, I'm going to solve this equation. What's my first step? Divide. Always, always, always divide first. Okay? Now, take the natural logarithm of both sides. And the reason that this is so amazingly cool is what happens when you LNE.
Cancel.
They cancel, and all you have left over here is 0.112t. So to get t, all we need to do is take the logarithm of that fraction and divide it by the 0.112. So our answer should be 13.64.
Yeah.
And that would be 13.64 days. Shanae?
I have a question. Is this whole packet due on Monday or just the front page?
Just the front page is due on Monday, but like I said,
The whole thing is due. Yeah.
you probably ought to have it all done by Monday, simply so that we have a basis to ask questions.
Okay, and then can I ask a question?
Yes,
Number 6.
6, right, is a single logarithm. So we want to take all these separate logarithms and we want to squish them together. Now, before we do that, though, we have to take care of this. You can't combine these logarithms. Your job is to do this, create one logarithmic expression. You can't do that until you deal with that. So what happens to that? It becomes an exponent. So now we have ln7 plus lnq squared minus lnc. Now we can put it all together because these two have been added, so that means they are multiplied.
Over.
That one is subtracted, so it means it's been divided. 9. What does acute mean? When we say an acute angle, what does it mean?
Less than 90.
Less than 90. That means it's in quadrant 1. So I'm going to draw an angle in quadrant 1 that has a tangent of 7/8. Now see, it's automatic for me to put the 7 there and the 8 there. Is it automatic for you? Yep, because tangent is opposite over adjacent, or y over x. My hypotenuse then will be 64 plus 49, the square root of 113. Now what do I want to know? It didn't say draw the picture, it said find the sine. What's the sine of that angle? 7 over root 113, or 7 root 113 over 113.
Mrs. Ford, don't forget hugs.
That's right, today's Friday. I gotta turn my video off.
Video
Today is Friday.
Shout out.